Living his dream, Ken Cherkassy owns this soccer gear store in Elk Grove. He uses these 4 Chase Rewards credit cards to buy goods and keep his store stocked.
I just call them up and I say, put them on this card.
He says he pays the cards off each month, has never gone over his limit, and says his credit report is clean. So why did Chase Bank close all 4 of his cards in August, saying transactions on your account are inconsistent with expected activity? What does that mean?
I've had several sleepless nights worrying about what could be going on.
But when he asked Chase why, the bank said no further information is available regarding this matter.
They refused to give me an answer.
If you read through those lengthy terms of service you get in the mail from time to time, credit card companies often say they could cancel your cards for any reason.
They can close a card and not have to prove much.
Jeff Sipes of Blue Water Credit says it is possible to be too responsible with your credit cards. When people pay them off each month, the bank does not make any interest.
In my opinion, there's no risk for the bank, but they're in the business to make money on you.
He also says some credit card companies cancel cards after they benefited from too many credit card rewards. Ken says his rewards covered a family trip last year to Italy. We reached out to Chase for an explanation. They say we do not close an account if the customer regularly pays in full, and said we have nothing more to add.
I don't think that's fair.
Confused, Ken is now forced to use his other credit cards.
The mystery behind this really worries me and upsets me. It really does.
Buying a professional-grade knife set is crucial for a chef like Francisco Renteria. Crisp cuts.
You can see the difference.
Instead of uneven slices like this. And teaching cooking classes, he's really missing his $2,100 set of Cutco knives right now.
I sacrificed myself to get those knives, and now, I don't get no knives. I don't get nothing.
He shipped the 25-pound package from the Virgin Islands when he moved here in January. He picked up the box from his mailbox inside this UPS store, noticing it was very light. As he captured in these photos inside the store, the knives were not in the box, just this knife sharpener. He thinks somebody sliced open the package, stole the knives, then resealed it. Fortunately, he bought the Postal Service insurance.
I expect to get my money back.
But the Postal Service rejected his claim twice, even after he sent along a notarized letter from the UPS store saying the package was lighter than it was supposed to be and the seam was cut.
The $2,000 question here is who tampered with it?
Consumer attorney Eric Ratnoff says because Francisco authorized the UPS store to sign for him, it's unclear when somebody took his knives.
The problem is you've got 2 entities, neither of whom are going to want to take responsibility.
Ratnoff says if you know you were wronged but aren't sure who did it, you could take both parties to court, putting the burden of proof on them to prove they didn't do it. But that wouldn't apply to the Postal Service. It's a federal agency that cannot be sued at the state level. After we reached out to the Postal Service, they opened an investigation into Francisco's case. A final decision is expected within weeks. For now, he's forced to use knives not quite as sharp, and Francisco says he'll never buy USPS insurance again.
I'm done with those people.
Sometimes it's like, where do you even start? Because there's so many different brands.
Choices, choices, choices. And women, many times you make the wrong choice when it comes to foundation.
I usually come out with a darker color when I get home.
Now, Sephora says it can solve your foundation complication with this little tool. It takes 3 pictures of your skin.
So we normally do the neck, then somewhere around the cheekbone and the forehead, just because the skin tone seems to vary on the skin.
To find your perfect foundation match, Sephora teamed up with color experts at Pantone. Using the same technology to match paint colors in your home, they'll match foundation colors to your skin. They categorize Sephora's 1,500 foundation variations into color IQ numbers.
So right now I'm going to take 3 pictures of your skin. I'm also going to use your driving side because that's the side that gets the most sun. I'm just going to type in your number, so it's 4Y07.
Out pops a variety of foundations, but you can pare down the selection even more by entering your skin type, what kind of coverage you want, and whether you need SPF.
Do you want something more luminous, matte, radiant?
Your decision goes from daunting to easy in just seconds.
To 6 foundations out of 1,500 foundations.
Staffers will let you try out your perfectly selected foundation.
Go ahead and look.
Oh, wow. That matches really good. I like that a lot.
The best part, this is all free and there's no commitment to buy any products.
So you can come in and get a sample and then try out the foundation and see how much you love it.
It's dead on.
So it was in just stellar condition.
Just starting to make memories with her kids in this RV, Cynthia Votmar says she was forced to sell it just months after buying it.
I sold it because they told me that I owed the IRS.
They are H&R Block, which told her she owed $3,150 in taxes. It wasn't until after she sold the RV and paid those taxes, H&R Block sent her this showing she actually owed $1,000 less.
They didn't even say I'm sorry.
6 months have gone by. The IRS still hasn't refunded her that grand, and she says H&R Block has done nothing to help her.
They made the mistake. I think that they need to fix it.
I had at a minimum offered to give that tax preparation money back.
While you are ultimately responsible for what's on your tax filing, tax attorney Stephen Packey says a preparer with a guarantee should consider fronting her the money until she gets the refund from the government.
You're paying for somebody that is supposed to be competent at what they do.
Once we got involved, that is exactly what H&R Block did, advancing her $1,000 and returning her tax preparation fee, saying, "We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused." Of course, her family is still now left without that RV, but Cynthia is glad H&R Block finally did something to help.
I think that's the right thing to do.